You know that feeling when you're in a class or some kind of training and you have no idea what you're actually supposed to be getting out of it? Well, today, we're going to crack that whole problem wide open. We're diving into a university assignment about program design to really see what makes a learning experience work. Let's get into it.
Yeah, it really all comes down to this one big question. I don't care if you're a teacher, a coach, a manager. How do you build a program that delivers real results? It is not magic and it's not luck. It's all about having a solid structure. And that structure, well, it all starts with having crystal clear goals.
And boom, this quote right here just nails it. A program goal is not some fluffy wish list. Nope, it's a promise. It's an actual outcome that every single person in that program is expected to walk away with. Understanding that difference is, well, it's everything.
Okay, so let's really dig in and understand the goal of having goals in the first place. What exactly are they, and why are they the absolute bedrock of any program that's built to last?
Here's a good way to think about it. A program's values, its philosophy, that's the why. But a program goal, that's the what. It takes those big abstract ideas and turns them into something you can actually see, something you can measure, for every single person. So what's in the secret sauce? Well, a great goal has to be broad, right? But it also has to be an observable outcome, something you can point to. It's got to be realistic, something people can actually achieve. And this is key. It applies to everyone. It sets a single standard for success. And, say it with me, it is not a wish list. But, a truly great program doesn't just focus on one thing. To build something that really has an impact, you have to hit 3 totally different areas of learning: how we think, what we do, and even how we feel.
So first up, we've got the psychomotor domain. This is all about the physical stuff, the doing. Think about learning to kick a soccer ball, play a guitar chord, or even just type without looking at the keyboard. It's all about those tangible physical skills. Then we have the cognitive domain. This is the thinking part. It's all about knowledge, understanding, analyzing, the brainy stuff. Like learning the rules of chess or figuring out the best strategy to win a debate.
And finally, the affective domain. Now this one can feel a little fuzzy, but it is so important. This is the feeling part. It's about our values, our attitudes, our character. Things like being a good teammate, showing sportsmanship, or developing a strong work ethic. It's about who you become along the way. And this table right here with the tennis example, it just makes it all click. To be a good tennis player, you need the psychomotor skill to hit a solid forehand. You need the cognitive ability to understand the rules and scoring. And you need the affective quality of sportsmanship to not be a jerk on the court. A complete program hits all 3 every time.
Okay, so you get what goals are, and you know they need to cover thinking, doing, and feeling. But where do the best goals come from? The source material is super clear on this. They don't come from one person in a dark room. They come from a team working together.
The process itself is actually pretty simple and, well, kind of brilliant. First, everyone goes off on their own and brainstorms ideas. That makes sure you get a ton of different perspectives. Then, the group comes back together to share, rate, and rank everything until the absolute best goals float to the top. And it all starts here. Each person has to come up with 6 goals. And look at the balance. 2 for doing, 2 for thinking, and 2 for feeling. This forces everyone to think about the whole picture, not just their favorite part. Then, through all that sharing and ranking, the group lands on the final 10 goals. Now, notice something. The final number is bigger than what any one person started with. This isn't just about picking the best ideas. It's about combining them to build something even stronger. And that's really the whole point of this me-to-we process. When the whole group chooses the final goals, everybody is bought in. These aren't just rules handed down from on high. They're goals that the entire team owns.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. We know the what and the why. But how do you actually write a goal that really works? There's a formula to it. And there are some clear rules that separate a weak, fuzzy goal from a really powerful one.
Oh man, this slide says it all. Look at the difference. Students will learn about fitness. What does that even mean? It's a wish, but the strong goal? All students will be able to design and implement a personal fitness plan. That's something you can see. That's something you can do. It is night and day.
So here are the rules of the road. Your goal has to be original, not just some copy-paste job. It's got to be realistic, and this next one is absolutely crucial. It has to start with the phrase, "all students will be able to." That little phrase changes everything. It shifts the focus from what's being taught to what is actually learned.
And of course, you have to be able to explain why it even matters.
So how do we pull this all together? Let's take a look at the grading rubric from the assignment because, honestly, it's more than just a way to get a grade, it's a roadmap to doing this perfectly.
This is such a huge takeaway. Seriously, stop thinking of a rubric as a test. It's a cheat sheet. It's a guide that tells you exactly what excellent looks like before you even begin. It's the definition of success, handed to you on a silver platter.
Just look at the words they use here to describe the best work. For content, thorough, original, broad, realistic. For balance, correctly aligns two goals for each learning domain. The path to an A+ is literally spelled out for you. It's all about having great content and that perfect 2-2-2 balance. So, if you're going to remember one thing, let it be this. A truly great program is built on a foundation of goals that are original, that are balanced across thinking, doing, and feeling, and that are chosen by the whole team together.
I mean, it's pretty clear that this kind of structured, thoughtful approach can totally change the game for a classroom or a company training. It creates real clarity, a sense of purpose, and a clear path for everyone to succeed.
But let's think bigger for a second. Why stop at classes? Think about your own work projects, your team's quarterly objectives, heck, even your own personal goals. What could you build if you defined success with goals that were this clear, this balanced, this intentional? What could this framework build for you?